Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So before I get into the topic of this video, I just want to bring you up to speed on some channel updates. Now the survival role, a lot of people have been asking about it, and it's done. Basically the final prototype is done. Now it's going to be doing a crowdfunding campaign. I made some final tweaks, and of course I'm going to seek to constantly improve it as time goes on, so stay tuned for that in the coming weeks. I'm also going to be reviewing this Light Outdoors titanium wood stove pretty soon, and it's pretty amazing. It's not perfect, and I'll be talking a bit about some of the ways that it can be improved as well. I'm also going to restart the Teespring campaign, so you may see a t-shirt video in the next week or so. There's probably only going to be about 3 t-shirts that I'm going to be selling, and they're going to be the ones that sold the most. I will bring you up to speed on that in the coming week, as I said before. The t-shirt designs that I'm going to offer are ones that I think are going to be relatively subtle. You know, I wear my, I don't have a shirt on now, but I wear my The Strong Survive, The Prepared Thrive shirt all the time. It's got a guy with a gas mask on it. It's pretty obvious, and you know, I never have any questions, or I never have any people, you know, look at me funny or even really know that I'm a prepper. So it's you'd be surprised at how little attention people pay, or at least how little people can put 2 and 2 together. Also have the second part of the Great Plains After the Collapse installment coming up. I've been a little preoccupied, as you know, in the last week messing around with All-American Prepper. I've been told that the All-American Prepper has some EDC advice for women, so this one is probably going to be a little over the top. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to keep him calm, but I only have so much control over what he says, so keep that in mind. Now anyways, the point of this video, I want to talk a bit about what it means to be an expert at prepping, because I don't think there are really any, I don't even think you can be necessarily an expert in preparedness, and I don't think there are many people who would describe themselves as such. I think in some of these TV shows, in order to seem official, sometimes the producers or the directors will refer to their cast members as experts, but I don't even really think the people themselves would necessarily consider themselves an expert. Now, an expert for me is somebody who is silent. I always have thought that people who've gained a certain level of mastery of things are very quiet with what they do. You seldom hear them because they're so efficient in what they do that they don't make a lot of noise. It's the people who are learning things and showboating that make a lot of noise. There are so many people in this genre that exceed me with their experience, their knowledge, and wisdom with regards to these matters of survival and preparedness. They are light years beyond what I know. And so I've realized that I'm more of an artist. My angle has always been to be a bridge to people who are coming into the movement, to people who are perhaps more advanced in their awareness and their knowledge of things. My strength is that I'm an artist, and those After the Collapse videos, they're an artistic expression in a way, and they're gonna continue to be. And you're gonna probably see a bit more of an aesthetic tone to those videos. Even the All-American Prepper thing, I mean, all of that stuff is art to some degree, and the point of it is to be a bridge between those who perhaps have no interest in preparedness and those who are very knowledgeable and have something to offer. So, and of course myself, I consider myself, you know, maybe an intermediate in terms of what I know about survival and preparedness. If you were to look at it as being analogous to the education system, I'm probably, you know, a grade 8 elementary school teacher when it comes to this stuff. There's certain people on YouTube who are high school teachers, maybe even college professors, prepping professors if you want to call them that. And these people are very knowledgeable. There's that old saying, those who are good do, and those who aren't teach. And perhaps, you know, that's why I'm a teacher, because I'm not fully proficient in all the ways of a self-reliant individual. So when people ask me questions, it's very humbling, and if I don't answer some of those questions, it's probably because I don't have the answers. And I hope that the information I put out is delivered in such a way that you find entertaining. And there's a value to that. We live in a society where packaging is everything. And I know there's some YouTubers out there who think that they should be able to just come on and start talking and people should take an interest. Well, you gotta understand who you're talking to, who you're competing with. You can't compete with NBC and their level of production, broadcasting in 144 resolution. I mean, it's just, nobody's going to watch, nobody's going to pay attention. You have to bring your production level up to a quality. And yes, in doing so, perhaps it loses a bit of its rawness. Perhaps you have to dumb it down a bit. You have to make it a bit more general so people actually understand what you're talking about. This doesn't mean you can't be yourself, but you just have to be respectful to the way that people are programmed. There's always been a part of me, whether it's been music, painting, just creating things in general. I have a very creative mind, which is why all of the gear and stuff that I review on this channel is very novel stuff. I get bored very easily of seeing the same old thing. And that's why every After the Collapse installment, I try to keep up in the bar and changing things and changing it up a little bit. Your donations certainly help out the channel. There's been some people in the last month or so that have given me some pretty generous donations, and I want you to know that all of that money has just been reinvested into making better videos. All of the footage, the pictures, the sound, all of that stuff costs money. There's a value in presenting this stuff artistically and not just providing the information as is. People want to be entertained, and the only way you are going to bring people into the fold is if they're entertained. I would ask that you continue to support the channel through donations, through Amazon affiliate links. I haven't really set up the Patreon thing yet. That might be something I look into at some point. And whatever ways you can support the channel is great. There's nothing I would like to do more than to do this full time. But they say you should never put all your eggs in one basket, so I don't know if that's ever really going to happen. But I just know if I could do this full time, man, I think I could create some masterpieces. And I'm not tooting my own horn when I say that. I'm limited by time and resources and knowledge when it comes to the audiovisual production aspect. I haven't even gotten into Adobe yet, which is the de facto video editing software. I'm still using one that's a step down from that. I've pretty much maximized its capabilities. Yeah, so if any of you have even any expertise in the areas of audiovisual production and you want to support the channel in that way by making media or just in any way, shape, or form like that, that's great. Sharing the videos is a huge help. When you share a video and 3 or 4 people see it, maybe 1 or 2 of those people subscribe and they share it, it has a chain reaction effect. The ideas that I have for future videos are endless. I just have so many ideas that I want to put on the screen. Thanks for all your support. Stick around for some of the videos in the coming weeks. The survival role, All-American Prepper, After the Collapse, gear reviews, all that stuff. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.